right, welcome back, one and all, to The Horror Returns. I'm Lance, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts Brian and Philip. And tonight, we got a special guest. It's Steve Carleton of the Geekz, formerly known as the League of Geeks. What's going on, Steve?
How's it going, fellas?
With a Z.
Thanks for having me back.
Geeks with a Z. So why the name change, man? Y'all just wanted something different, or what?
We had to basically get rid of every show that we released before as League of Geeks is gone.
Okay.
One of our hosts got hired in a new position, and some of the things that we just would rather some of the things that we said in the past stay in the past.
Yikes.
It was a purge. It's fine, but
it's a purge.
And we never said anything crazy, but
Get rid of all the stupid shit they could dig through.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I've said many a dumb things.
Well,
we all have. So
yeah, we all have. That's part of the fun. Brian, you looking forward to Frightmare, brother?
Yeah, ready to get into some good weather.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot warmer here. Even in May, it's probably still chilly up there, I'm guessing.
No, this summertime hits April, so.
Okay, cool. So is that when you start having like 23 hours of daylight and shit like that?
That's more closer to like midsummer.
Midsummer? Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, shoot, man. Steve, we're glad you joined us. I don't know if you've ever listened to our show before. I'm guessing you probably have since you did our intro and most of our cool artwork. But
I try to listen every week, and I'm actually pretty on top of things.
Nice.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I was listening to you guys this week. What was all the talk about? $15 for a fucking dozen of eggs, or help me out. Y'all spent 30 minutes talking eggs.
Well, we're older, so it's like we're kind of transitioning from the geeks into the geezers with a Z.
Oh, jeez.
So we do a lot of weather talk. We do a lot of bitching about the price of eggs and gas and what have you. And
goddamn neighbors won't mow their lawn.
it was just one of those things that just comes up. It's like I was at the store that day and I was super pissed about the price of eggs. I was like, this is crazy.
Right? Yeah. So you got triggered.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the outlet. I can't, my wife knows. I can't just tell her to bitch at her about the eggs. It's not her fault, So
was it you that said, no, I don't think it was you. Who said they were just going to buy a fucking chicken and be done with it?
That was Sean, but Sean doesn't understand what it takes to have a chicken, okay?
I know.
Thought about it. We're this close.
He's the second he has to deal with chicken shit,
right.
It's going to be over for that dude.
Yeah, not to mention snakes and fucking everything else, right? Rats.
Yeah. We got too many predators out here. There's like a whole family of like eagles.
Same.
Yeah.
I live in a pretty rural area, and we had chickens and ducks. I had a big old enclosure, and that was awesome until they all started getting attacked and eaten at night, and then then you got to go clean all that crap up, and it just became not worth it.
Coyotes. So, yeah. Ooh, we got a lot of
coyotes. Raccoons as well.
Yeah, and Philip, you're in Galveston. You guys have land sharks too, so
I tell you,
that's a problem.
Alligators is a thing that my wife is irrationally terrified of.
Have you ever seen one?
No, but they have turned up on the beach occasionally.
Right. Yeah, they're in Houston, all over the bayou, actually.
Yeah.
There's been lots of alligator sightings in Houston. Kind of weird.
Well, especially after floods.
Yeah, that's true. Brian, you don't have to worry about alligators in Alaska?
No, just bears.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like a place humans should live.
No, it doesn't.
Well, neither does like Florida. It's like it's like Jesus.
Yeah, one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
All right, man. You know how this thing starts, dude. We always go into a little something we like to call Cool of the Week. So you're our guest, so you've got the honor of going first. Should you choose?
Oh yeah. Well, you were talking about if I listen to the show or not, and I gotta say, I do enjoy the podcast, and especially a lot of the guests that you have. And Pedro is one of my favorites. I love listening to that dude talk. And the last two times he's been on, he's been talking about this movie called The Retaliators. So I went ahead and checked that out. I don't know if anybody else did, so you guys can all jump on if you did. But
Wanted to.
Holy shit, that movie rocks.
Yeah,
was
I
badass,
checked it
huh?
out too.
Great.
Yeah. What'd
Yeah,
What'd
you
you
think,
think,
Brian?
Brian?
I loved it. The movie makes you think one thing in the beginning, and that's not exactly what it really is, and you just kind of go on the ride from there.
It definitely takes a turn at a certain point. You think you know where it's going, then you're like, what the fuck is this? Where are we at now?
Oh,
It
wow.
is.
Okay.
It is, and I thought there's a lot of gore, but none of it is the CGI bullshit. It's all squibs and corn syrup. It looks great.
Nice.
The fight choreography in it's really good. And that guy that plays the cop, Mark, his last name is weird, but he's been in like
from
Ozark.
Ozark.
Mhm.
Oh,
He's
okay. Is he the guy that played the FBI agent in Ozark that died in like the first season?
No, he's the one that the FBI agent seduces.
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
He's the other. He's the bottom.
Yeah, gotcha.
but he's awesome in it. Like I thought the acting was like even the lead singer of Papa Roach is in it. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he did fine.
A lot of the members of what is it, Five Finger Death Punch are in it.
Yeah.
No
well,
kidding.
And the soundtrack is very.
Philip, we've seen them live.
Yeah, the ones that aren't in jail.
Yeah, right. You said the soundtrack kicks ass.
Oh well, it's new metal. It's all music that's kind of like Five Finger Death Punch. They even have, I think like the last song has like the singer from Hollywood Undead in there. Like it's all rock stuff. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna I'm gonna second Pedro's opinion, and that movie was fantastic, great.
Alligators, I gotta watch that.
All right.
And then just before we jumped on, I noticed that Brian had posted earlier in the week that he was watching a movie called Sick that just dropped on Peacock.
Okay.
So I slapped that thing on, and
you slapped it on the cock.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we could use that term. I didn't expect much. I don't know if it was my TV or not, but that movie was dark as shit. I don't know if it just, but like it went to something else after it was over, and it was super bright, and I could see everything. So I don't know what was going on with the movie, but I thought that Sick was really good too, and that same guy is in it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
The same cop.
It's written by Kevin Williamson, who wrote Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay.
Oh.
I've seen it too. Yeah, it's a pretty good kind of home invasion slasher set in the peak pandemic time, because kind of starts out in a grocery store where a guy's trying to buy toilet paper and there's no toilet paper.
Oh jeez,
it has a lot of pandemic jokes in there.
Did the opening not like, I was getting like PTSD and shit.
Oh god!
Like, god damn! Like I remember that shit. I was driving towns over looking for toilet paper, and like the stupid fucking taped arrows on the floor, and whole sections of the store that were plastic off. I'm like, god damn! Like we all did that shit. We all lived through that. Like it's crazy. And like what they were doing, like when they were getting home and wiping all their shit down with disinfectant wipes, you're like, oh my god! Like we all did that. So crazy.
Well, that's when I got a bidet. It changed my life. I highly recommend it.
Oh man. All right. So you got a good one then. You had a good week.
Yeah. So Sick was really good. And then the last thing that I checked out that was good was a movie that's on Hulu called American Carnage. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that.
Sounds familiar. I don't think I saw it, but
Jenna Ortega, she plays, and then like the main guy was the kid from Bumblebee, like the neighbor kid from Bumblebee.
Okay, gotcha.
Name, but it's a crazy ass movie. The opening is like RoboCop level satire, like with like the voiceover and like all the news clippings is playing. But the sad part is it's all true. Like it's all headlines from news. It's all Fox News and CNN and everybody. Nobody's safe in this movie. They don't pick one side or the other. They roast everybody. They talk shit about Republicans, Democrats, Disney,
good,
Nickelodeon. They let everybody have it. But
everybody should be able to get it.
No shit. Kind of like Team
just,
America World Police.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like it opens up and there's like this ICE raid on this family and they all get taken to like this camp and separated, and the kids are told, hey, if you go work in this old folks home, then we'll let you be free. We'll let you go back or whatever. And so they go there and shit is not what it seems, and shit starts to get crazy real quick. And the twist, I don't want to spoil it because it is you would never see it coming. Like what the actual twist is and what they're doing in this facility that they send these kids to work in is crazy. We'll just say that there is cannibalism involved and somewhat kind of body contorting zombies. It is nuts.
What? So, I had no idea. Okay, cool. I'm adding it to my queue right now.
So that's American Carnage. That's on Hulu and fantastic movie.
Nice. All right.
And then my not so cool of the week, the last thing I got is Willow. Willow is absolutely
I've heard
that show.
Yeah.
That show sucks.
Yeah,
God, and I wanted it to be good.
I knew
I wanted it to be so good.
Yeah.
The problem is like they'll fucking do like fight scenes or things in the movie and they're playing like current music, like Imagine Dragons and shit. And you're like, I don't know, like this isn't right. Like for Willow. And then like the dialogue is all like current day, like they're not talking like they're in some fantasy world. They're just talking like, hey, what's going on? I don't know. This is all bullshit. This and this. And you're like, oh god. And then the characters they
walks up. What up, fam?
Oh Jesus.
Kind of. It's like a weird show that Willow's in, not necessarily a Willow show.
He says, "I'm a little person. God damn it, a little person."
No, they're Elwins, but it's just the special effects are really good. The fight choreography is actually pretty decent, but the story and the characters and the dialogue are so bad. They had a lot of boxes and they made sure they checked all the boxes, but they didn't actually do anything worth watching. So, and I'm a huge fan of the original Willow, but so I feel like they really shit the bed with that one.
Boy, Brian,
crazy. Coming after Andor, which was probably the best television I saw last year.
Let's move on. Brian,
I had to throw that in. I had to throw that one in. So.
Brian, you watched Willow, didn't you?
I don't finish any shows.
Okay. Well, what's your cool of the week, man?
His doc is too full of Amityville movies.
I have not watched the Amityville since Steve had me watch. Was the Amityville Christmas Vacation?
Boy, that'll do it.
Well, I was hoping you would jump on to talk about that one.
I tried to. It didn't happen. I had to work late. Me and Nez were recording. I mentioned it to him, and he was like, "What's this?
Well,
What's this movie you're talking about?
45 minutes long. It's not even like a movie.
Yeah, I told him it was 45 minutes. He was like, I'm gonna watch it and then I'm gonna call you back and we're gonna talk about it. And I think our review was not even half the time of that movie.
Oh boy.
God, the weird ghost lady and like I love when he looked across the street to see the Amityville house and it was just like Microsoft Paint. Like just a shit, it's just like this black and blue shit copy of a picture. Like what the hell?
I think that was spot on when your review saying basically the best part was the runtime.
It was nice just to knock it out.
Let's see. Steve talked about Sick and what else? The Retaliators. Those were good. I got a not so cool. I got one in the middle, and then I got a cool.
All right.
I'll start with the not so cool. Was Netflix's The Pale Blue Eye? With, it's Go ahead.
I'll say I was gonna just second your opinion. So
really,
it's well acted.
God damn it.
It's well made, but man, is it boring as shit.
No.
It's so
Christian Bale needs
pretty.
to make better movies, dude.
It's so gorgeous to look at. Mm-hmm. Like it's filmed really well. The lighting's all really good. Everyone's acting their asses off, but it's boring as shit. You're just like, God, let's go. What is going on?
Like, it's the best looking thing you've ever seen of people talking for a couple hours.
Oh yeah.
So I can't.
But the guy they got to play, the Harry Potter kid they got to play, Edgar Allan Poe was great.
Was it the ginger kid or?
No, he was just one of the kids in the Harry Potter movies. He wasn't, Danny.
I think he was the goofy kid, the one everybody was always making fun of or something. I don't know.
He's a weird looking Harry Potter kid. He's a weird looking dude.
Is he?
Yeah, one that's
Poe was too. So
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you would think like how Edgar Allan Poe would look, they probably nailed it.
My one in the middle is this. I think this one's on Shudder, and it's Slashback.
Okay, yeah, I've heard good and bad about that one.
That's probably the best way to describe it. I mean, it's a good premise. It's a typical kind of kids on bikes movie. The group of kids, encounter something and they gotta fight it.
Yeah, but I heard it kind of had like an Attack the Block vibe a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It does. It takes place on an indigenous island somewhere up north. And it involves aliens, and the part that just really took me out is clearly these kids have never acted before.
Wow.
And there was some cool effects with the aliens, but then there was some not so cool CGI going on, and it just kind of took me out. And somewhere in the middle there, I just kind of was playing around on my phone when I should have been watching a movie. So
the kiss of death.
And I can't blame too much on kid actors. It is what it is, but it just was so, not even just the kids. There were some adults. It really felt like they tried to be authentic and use the people that lived in this town, this little village up north.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of felt like they were reading lines instead of just talking.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes you can kind of blame that on writing and directing.
Yeah,
I think. Because I've seen some good actors in some movies that did that. Alicia Silverstone in that fucking god-awful
shark movie.
Yeah.
Damn, I meant to watch that too. I wanted to be able
to the wreck man.
Everybody feels like they need to watch it after they.
Well, I felt like I need to watch it after I listened to you and Nez talk about it.
That's why I watched it.
You guys talked about it for so long. It was like
because we were so mad.
And then I did watch it, and I was like,
throw her in the water.
Yeah, it was like,
oh boy,
it got real annoying there for a minute, and then I was like, is this gonna be over?
I mean, her husband didn't die from exposure, his wounds. He died from listening to her. I mean, it was cut off.
He just jumped in the water with the sharks because of that. He's like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. My cool of the week was a movie that I heard about come out last year. I kind of skipped over it because I heard it had to do with like kind of social issues and stuff like that, racial issues. So I kind of don't want to get into all that, but I checked it out anyways. And it's called Soft and White. It's a Blumhouse movie.
Yes. Okay.
This is pretty fucking good. I have to say
it's pretty fucked up.
It is fucked up. It might have squeezed in my top 10 at the bottom there. Yeah, it's really fucked up. It involves this woman who organizes a group meeting with other women that are kind of like-minded to her, and I'll just get a little spoiler. The women's group is called Daughters of Aryan Unity.
That tells you a lot right there, doesn't it?
Yeah, they have their meeting. They kind of voice their issues.
Right.
Nothing really too bad there. It's nothing you haven't heard before. But when they decide to take their group to one of the ladies' houses, they stop off at a store to grab a bottle of wine, and they run into two Asian ladies.
Okay.
It kind of takes a turn there, and it gets into some super uncomfortable because they feel like the ladies back talking, disrespecting them, so they go after them. Because one of the ladies knows one of the Asian ladies where she lives, so they go to her house, and then it gets super uncomfortable after that.
Yeah,
like really
white supremacists make great bad guys. The only issue I have is when people try to pin it to real life.
Yeah, it got really. So I warn people, if you get triggered by certain things or there's some things that they don't really show, but you hear
Yeah.
in the background off camera, and it's
Okay.
really, really disturbing.
But it's effective the way they do it then, huh?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where'd you watch that at?
Oh, the other means.
Okay.
I
I'm very well aware of other means.
thought it was a
So-
Shudder movie for some reason, but I guess it's not then.
Yeah. It's really effective in what it's trying to
Yeah.
say and what it does. I'm just really surprised that it kind of flew under the radar, and that it being a Blumhouse production, it just kind of. I know I didn't hear anything bad about it, but
They're real hit or miss, though, huh? Blumhouse.
Yeah, true.
yeah, but sometimes they do this thing where they have movies that they put out that are really good that they don't push, but they push the other stuff that they feel might be a little bit more commercial and.
Yeah, they need to quit doing that because most of that commercials crap is terrible. Although Megan was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Megan was good. Did you like it, Steve?
I haven't had a chance to check it out.
Okay.
That's not available by
we
the
won't
means.
we won't say too much then.
I'm a little I listened to the show last week, so
All right.
I
Well,
heard
it's
I don't mind spoilers. I'm not but I don't know if you guys know anything about what's going on in California, but I'm like stranded. There's like 3 roads that lead out of my town, and 2 of them are gone. They're
holy
washed away.
shit. Okay.
So I'm on an island right now, so no theaters.
God.
But that's my cool of the week. Soft
right.
and white.
I've heard great
Soft and
things about
quiet.
it. Heard great things about it. So, but I heard that, like I say, I heard it's a real bummer ending. Which when a movie's like that, I kind of don't want people to tell me it's going to be like that. You know?
I won't say it's a bummer ending.
Okay.
But the ride up until the ending is the bummer.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's very, very easy to hate these women.
Soft and quiet. It sounds like a Lifetime movie. But obviously it's not. Is that yours too, Philip?
No. I jumped on the Pedro bandwagon and finally checked out Cabinet of Curiosities. Finally.
Okay, cool.
Hadn't watched it until now. And it is pretty awesome, man. They all hit pretty well. Even that last one about the birds, which is just seemingly really fucking boring.
Yeah, kind of
But
slow.
it was creepy as hell, and I really enjoyed it.
That was the one with Rick Grimes in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got on a Netflix documentary train, and I watched the ghost one. It's like 28. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. It's like a 28 days of something or whatever.
Okay.
And it's like this ghost hunter reality show sort of thing, right? And I was thinking, oh, okay. And these are like people that some kind of descendants of Ed and Lorraine from the Conjuring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I almost thought they were going to take it seriously, and they don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're not full of shit. But when the guy brings out the God helmet and it looks like Thanos' helmet and it's got like flashing LED lights all over it and stuff, I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Wait.
It's
leaking through, man. The terrestrial TV bullshit is leaking through on the streaming services now. Ugh.
It is dumber than I expected it to be. So that's my not cool of the week.
All right.
And then I watched I also watched a couple that are not horror related but were really awesome. The hatchet wielding hitchhiker.
I heard about that.
This.
It's pretty good, man.
That shit took place like an hour and a half south of me.
Yeah, and you're on an island now. I hope he's not on the island with you.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not worried about Kai.
Guy, surfer dude, crazy in the head. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
I kind of feel for him.
If I got diddled, I might be crazy too.
And there was what the guy was his name? John McAfee, the McAfee antivirus guy. I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary.
Yeah.
But it's pretty
he's
fucking
nuts,
good.
Isn't he? He's completely
he's
crazy, right?
He's a little bit wild.
Okay.
Lives his life to the fullest as he is, 70s and rich, or was or is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch the documentary. At the end, they give a pretty big spoiler, maybe. Like, he might still be alive. I don't know.
Kind of living on an island with Elvis, huh?
Yeah, maybe he faked his freaking death. And if anybody was going to do
and
it,
Michael Jackson.
This guy or Epstein, you know?
Right.
So,
all right.
That's money and power. And that was a pretty cool one, too.
All right. So that's it for you?
Yep.
I've got a cool of the week. I watched a bunch of great shit this week, guys. The wife was out for a couple of nights. Brian didn't get any of those re-uploads done. Sorry, dude. I went down the Andrew, what's his name? I was gonna say Andrew Garfield. Help me out. The director that did Men. Is it Andrew Garfield or is that the Spider-Man guy?
No, that's Spider-Man.
I'm fucking up names here.
Yeah, Alex Garfield. Garland.
Alex Garland.
There you go. It was close.
Yeah, I watched like 3 of his movies one night. But what I can't believe I have never seen before, especially as much as I love Mad TV, is Key and Peele.
Yes.
Key and Peele is far and away my cool of the week. I've never seen a single episode.
Oh, dude, it's great.
Okay, so my 2 favorite
Key and Peele
skits.
is fantastic.
It's not Chappelle Show great.
It's up there, man. Okay, so my 2 favorite skits are the racist zombies. So they won't eat anybody black. So Key and Peele are like going down the street. Then these zombies are coming and they try to run from them. They're like, hey, man, these zombies are just passing us up. Fuck you. You racist zombie. You don't want to eat me? Come on. And then they turn around a corner and all the black neighbors in the neighborhood are like having a barbecue and chilling. And everybody else is like running away from zombies. And the other one I loved, you guys were talking about the white supremacist shit, how it's very, very funny sometimes, although it's not a funny subject. But the when they were back like in Nazi Germany and they were literally wearing whiteface and pretending to be Germans.
See,
that was so
listen,
good,
you're destroying some shit.
So
that's
funny.
That's the way to do it.
So fucking hilarious, man. They try to talk with that German accent. Then the German soldier is like, well, we have ways to see if you are a Negro or not. Look at this cat toy. And they look at each other like, cat toy? What the fuck is this guy? What kind of test is this? Fucking hilarious, man. These guys are great. So I'm gonna finish that up, but I do have a not so cool of the week, boys and girls.
My favorite, but before you start on that, my favorite skit from them was when they're like hiding from their wives, and I was like, and I said, bitch.
They look around to make sure she's not there.
It's hilarious.
I love when Jordan
That's
Peele
good stuff,
is
man.
doing his Obama.
Oh yeah,
he does a good Obama.
Yeah,
I love when he's like shaking all the white people's hands, and then whenever he gets to another black guy, he's like they give a big hug and all that. It's like they have all the secret handshakes, and every white guy lady is just like, yeah, there you go.
I love it.
Very good.
That's some good stuff, man. Not horror related, but I guess it is, right? Because Jordan Peele's our favorite director now. So
there you go.
There you go. But my not so cool of the week. So am I the only one of the 4 of us here that has what they call an AMC monthly pass? Like the AMC, what the fuck's it called?
I don't know. I don't have AMC.
Yeah,
I don't.
Pass for AMC.
Well, it's a deal where you pay $20 a month, right? You get a card, kind of like the old Movie Pass was. A-List. It's called A-List. And so you're kind of like, if I don't watch at least a couple of different movies at the theater this month, I feel like I'm getting fucked. So you kind of get to the point where you're like, I haven't seen that horror movie. I know it's early January. It's probably not going to be as good as Megan, but I went and saw a movie called The Devil Conspiracy. Have you guys heard of this?
I saw the trailer. It looked kind of like CGI Fight Fest. It looked like it might
you
be.
Put devil and conspiracy in the name, and I'm in.
Yeah,
You would think
I don't know,
so, Philip.
This doesn't look. It looks more like that movie Gods of Egypt.
Oh no!
You know what? I
Has that guy from Jason X? He rode Jason X all the way down to space.
Okay, because see, I didn't recognize
I love
a single.
Jason X. I don't care.
I didn't recognize a single fucking person from this movie. So it starts out telling the story of how Lucifer was cast down from the heavens and in the exact spot on Earth, which just happens to be in Italy, and I don't know how they fucking know where he was cast down. These people have built like a tourist attraction for some reason. And then you go in
behind the Vatican.
As you do.
It's in the alley behind the Vatican, exactly. And then for some reason, the next scene, you've got this fucking mad scientist going full Jurassic Park with like, so I've got the DNA of many famous people, and I've learned how to clone them. And then somebody comes up behind him, and he's got all these rich fucking billionaires sitting around him, right? And they're all like bidding at an auction. And he says, first item up for bid. And they hold up a fucking baby. And he says, yes, that's right. I cloned Leonardo da Vinci. What have ye to offer for the clone Leonardo? And the people are holding up, 800,000 euros, 12 million euros, 100,000 euro, 100 million euros. So, and then the movie goes down from there. I don't know what the fuck these people were thinking. But let's just say that they think it's a good idea, these cult members, to steal the Shroud of Turin, have this mad scientist extract Jesus's DNA from the Shroud of Turin, inject it into a woman, and for some reason they think that's going to be the spawn of Satan, even though it came from Jesus's DNA.
Yeah,
I mean, something. This wasn't
I don't know
thought
a
out.
lot about religion, but that doesn't add up to me.
That doesn't
Yeah,
add
I was
up,
about
man.
to say you're saying a whole lot, but I'm not getting a lot out of it.
No, there's nothing to get out of it.
Sounds a
dude.
little like Transformers Extinction.
You know what? Nothing in this fucking movie makes sense. I am so glad. Okay, now Brian, every year, real early on, I tell you this movie's going to be in my bottom 10, and every year you tell me no, it's not. It's too early.
It is too early.
Brian, I guarantee you.
You said that last 2-3 years.
Brian, I guarantee you. If this movie's not
has it ever come to fruition?
No.
It is going to this year.
Has he ever announced the bottom 10 in January, and then come December, there it is?
The movie he's announced in his bottom 10 in January has not even been mentioned at all until I bring it up.
You're right. I forget about it.
I did Black Phone.
I'm not forgetting about. No, Black Phone was like early summer.
Black Phone is.
I feel like it was January. Why do I think that?
I know it felt like January.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, don't waste your shekels, guys. And if you're on AMC A-list, save it for another movie. Go watch fucking Barney the Purple Dinosaur remaster.
You should have went and watched, I don't know, House Party.
Oh, the remake.
That would look good.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, all right.
I couldn't do the A-list because I couldn't watch that fucking 10-minute promo from what's her face
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
Fucking time.
Every movie.
Every fucking time.
I'm
like, Jesus Christ.
Damn, shut up.
If I was Keith Urban at this point, I would slap the shit out of her. I have to watch her every fucking time I go to the movies.
I don't like the promo, but I don't know if it leads to smacks and stuff.
Yeah, we don't endorse domestic violence here at the Horror Returns.
All right, well then we better move on. Horror headlines, Brian. What do we got, man?
We don't got much this week. A lot of TV. Noah Hawley gave an update on his FX. Actually, FX gave an update on his Noah Hawley's Alien series, saying it will start production as soon as he's done filming Fargo season 5. So it's confirmed from the network that it is happening.
Okay. We've been hearing about it for a long time. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I guess Fargo was a priority ahead of Aliens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This season. So.
Yeah.
No details, though, on what the story is going to be about. It is a non-Ellen Ripley story, so...
Is that going to be a FX show, or is it... Okay.
FX show that'll probably end up being on Hulu, so...
I wonder if he's going to go more like action or sci-fi.
Whatever he does, he just can't go... He can't be doing what Ridley Scott's been doing.
No.
So Covenant was no good. And I wasn't a huge fan of Prometheus either.
I am a little worried since it seems like Ridley Scott's not fighting this and is supporting it. So maybe he is going a little bit more Ridley Scott.
I like Prometheus. I thought that one was pretty good. They did like some history of alien shit.
It was cool.
Sort of.
I just couldn't, like, the scientists, they're like, they see an alien and they're just like, hey, come here, cutie. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Acting wasn't really
Cut it out. These are all the things you're not supposed to do. But there was some very tense scenes in Prometheus.
Plus, they look like big, ugly bugs.
It was a big fucking cobra snake looking thing.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, and he took his glove off. I'm like, put your fucking glove on. What are you doing?
Your instinct should be not to go pet it.
Yeah.
Lance, are you hearing me? Drinking water?
I'm back.
Part of the show?
Back.
Okay.
All right.
Did you finish From?
Refresh my memory. What? Oh, the TV show. I think I watched like just 2 episodes.
Okay.
Are they doing a second season?
Yep, second season premieres April 23rd.
I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah, on the ridiculously branded Epix. Epix is now MGM Plus, which is stupid because Amazon owns MGM. So why not just make it an Amazon?
What's with the
Amazon
Plus? MGM Plus?
MGM Plus. Wow.
It makes 0 sense to me. Since
There's like
it's all
4
owned by
people who
Amazon.
own the entirety of everything.
Right. When are we going to get Musk Vision? Is what I want to know.
They can't put it all under one umbrella, Phil, because then we would know the control. Okay, they have to give us the illusion that there's options.
Like, well, because MGM used to be Disney, right? Now they just own everything else.
I think MGM was just MGM.
Oh,
they were like their own thing for the longest, and then Amazon threw all that money at them.
Gotcha.
Is anybody watching slashers?
Nope.
All right. For anybody that is watching slashers, the new season Slasher Ripper is set to premiere on Shudder and AMC Plus April 6th.
Okay.
Anybody watching Yellow
Well,
Jackets?
look, I watched the first season of Slasher, Brian, and the problem is they gave away the killer halfway through the season, so it was like I didn't get it, man. The big mystery, they gave it away halfway through the season. So basically the second half of the season was just like, okay, well, we know this is the killer, and now we're chasing him down. I was expecting another switch, but I didn't get it. So I kind of quit after one season.
They got to be doing something right. I think this is like the 5th or 6th season, so people seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, and doesn't it go from streaming service to streaming service?
I think we went from Netflix to Shudder. So, Yellow Jackets. Elijah Wood joins the cast of season 2, Yellow Jackets. So
okay,
maybe something will happen, right, Philip?
Yeah, I enjoyed the first season, but yeah, that's a good point.
You guys watch? That's on Showtime, right? So that's that's the only place it's streaming, unless you find it other means.
Unless you find it other means, yeah.
Until there's Showtime Plus.
But is it Showtime's like tied to Paramount Plus?
Is it?
Shit, like, yeah, like I when I was looking through like the horror movie section on Paramount, like there's all these movies, but it has a little Showtime logo with a lock on it.
Yeah, I know, dude. I noticed that too. Makes no sense.
Cut the cable out, and now I'm paying the same amount for all these damn streaming services.
If not more.
You guys remember my CBS All Access rant?
Yeah. Well, you know where to go for that one.
A couple more things here. Eli Roth is finally doing a feature-length version of his Grindhouse mock trailer, Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I think I remember that one, but I get it confused for some reason with like one of the fever dreams in American Werewolf in London for some reason, because it's like visually it reminds werewolves. Me. Yeah, because like they all barge in, and that family's sitting there, and so like I always get it confused with that. I can't remember.
I know fans have been asking for it since the Grindhouse came out. I can tell by your demeanor you don't care, Lance.
Who needs Thanksgiving when we've got Thanksgiving? I mean, fuck, dude. Give us a Thanksgiving 3 for fuck's sake, or bring the musical back and bring it to
There
Texas.
is a Thanksgiving 3. They
Is
skipped 2
oh,
and
that's
made
right.
3.
They skipped 2. Okay. Well, give us a Thanksgiving 3.5 then. I'm down with that. Thanksgiving, Eli Ross Thanksgiving. Okay, I mean we're all gonna watch it.
This just broke today as we're recording. Chucky has officially been renewed for season 3.
Chucky's really good. Like,
hell yeah, it's really good.
It's awfully vulgar and gory, and like the shit that they can show on sci-fi. You're like, man,
right?
Like this feels like a not television show. Like this feels like a premium show.
I still gotta watch that one, man. It's on the list.
Yeah, well
the
done.
Fan service is ridiculous. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
And lastly, the Crystal Lake Peacock series from Brian Fuller and A24 has cast Adrian King, who was in the original.
Wow.
Friday the 13th, and Kevin Williamson, who we brought up, writing sick. He's gonna write it. It says an episode, but I've seen other reports that he might write more than one episode.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be right in line to see that shit.
A24 Camp Crystal Lake. So
no shit. And Kevin Williamson.
Brian Fuller.
Yeah.
Oh, is he involved too?
Yeah, he's a showrunner.
Oh my god! Wow, this is
that'll be good.
When and where again, Brian?
They're just now doing all the pre-production, so there's no start date on filming. But there was a little concern about what can be used because of the whole rights thing. But I guess because it's television, they can use whatever they want.
That would be great.
So.
And where's that going to be streaming at when it does drop?
Peacock.
Okay.
On the cock. All right. Well.
The cock. Listen, we can make fun of the name all day, but Peacock's got some good shit on there.
No shit. I know.
they do.
I can't lie. I only watch Peacock because of WWE, but
yeah, well,
I feel like when they get sold, they'll probably be on a different streaming site.
Oh yeah, everything's going to move around as usual, but. If you guys say that movie Sick is good, I might get it for that because I've been wanting to see that movie.
Yeah, but I feel like you hate slashers.
It's definitely
there's
in
some
the
that I
slasher
like.
vein.
Okay,
but it is like the it's brutal. Like the
I like
fights
them when
and shit.
I like
like
slashers when they're gory. I like them when they're either gory or really fucking funny.
Like there's it's like all slashers. It has an opening kill, which was great.
Right.
And
through the point of view of the killer, right?
No.
Okay.
But like I thought that the guy that gets it in the beginning, like he did a great job. Like he was
right.
He was all right. Like I was like, I like this guy. He's got a little oomph in his step,
Yeah.
It doesn't really work out for him, but then like there's that scene where the boyfriend at the cabin is getting chased around, and like that was intense. Like. It was a really tense, like they did a really good job of it. So
it kind of feels like it's like 20 minutes setup, and then after that it's just straight chase slasher goodness.
The craziest thing is like when the killer when the killer like talks, when they do the monologue and explain why the killings are happening. It's just bonkers bananas. You're like, oh my God, there really are people out here that would do this. Like this is, I ran into some of these people in 2020. I guarantee you. Like, oh my God.
Sounds pretty cool.
All right, that's the news.
All right, Steve, you ready to take a trip down to the trailer park?
Let's go.
All right, Brian is going to bring us the big, the small, and sometimes the very, very weird. Brian, what's our first new trailer tonight?
We're going to start with, I believe I'm pronouncing this correct, Skinamarink.
Okay.
It's going to be the new fun word to say.
Yeah, funny name. I've heard good things already.
Quick synopsis. 2 children wake up in the middle of the night to find their father is missing, and all of the windows and doors in their home have vanished.
Wow. Okay.
Spoiler alert, I've already seen this movie.
Yeah, it's out there. I noticed.
Yeah,
this morning
it's out
it was
there.
I don't know how good the copy is. Hopefully, it's a
no.
good
It
copy.
looks well. The copy is what the movie is. This trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a series of vignettes, a series of shots. There's no story run through. There's no through line.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for me. Like it's
I
elevated
was gonna-
horror is one thing, but like this is too much. It's
Okay.
like okay, like
I was gonna say that they
okay.
did say this will neither scare the shit out of you or it will be something that is not
Mhm.
for you.
I'm interested.
This one wasn't
I'm
for me.
curious. I'm curious.
No.
Well, like,
curious,
there
Philip?
are a couple of shots that do look like you're like, what the fuck is that? But then
Right?
that's surrounded by a lot of minutes of things that aren't that, and it's just like it just.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion.
Is it something you would recommend, or is this something that you just flat out saying no good?
Oh, no good for me. Like it
Okay.
all kind of depends. But like I also know that and I'm sure Lance is very aware of this feeling that sometimes my opinions aren't always, the most popular.
Right. It happens.
So there are some movies out there that people love, and I'm just like, wasn't for me.
Well, then how much can you tell from a trailer, though?
Oh no, but I saw.
Well, he's seen it.
Oh, okay, my bad. I missed that part. Had a pee break.
It's out. It's out there. It's available by other means.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. I think the story was it was at like one of the festival screenings that it got uploaded onto the internet, and then it was just kind of nothing you can do after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it just hit theater this weekend, and it's going to be on Shudder
months ago.
Yeah.
And now we're all able to watch it for free. But that's the way it goes.
All right, I guess we don't need to speak on that anymore.
Steve took the wind out of our sails.
I mean, I tried to. I apologize.
I mean, I'm still gonna check it out.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely check it out. Maybe you'll get something out of it that I just completely missed.
Yeah, but Steve, I feel like you and me are on the same.
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah.
So. On the same green wavelength.
I mean, always.
Yeah. Now, do you have to set the mood? Do you have to be in the dark? Do you have to keep it quiet?
I think that might have been one of the problems is because there was no strong narrative. I was occupying myself. You know what I mean? Like I was I'd get a message or the freaking the dog would go, oh hey, come here, bud. It didn't hold my attention. So
yeah, that's the shitty thing about not watching it at theater.
So maybe if you're in the dark and you're undivided attention, maybe you'll get more out of it than I did.
Or maybe then you're trapped.
But probably not. Probably not.
But you gotta be green.
I'm making my movie.
You gotta be green.
Movie homework for next week. So
I'd rather be green and watch. Steve, 3,000 Years of Longing, the Genie movie. Have you seen that yet?
No, I like the trailer, but that movie definitely looks like a green movie. Yeah.
You got to either be green or something else. preferably something of the shroomish variety.
I still like it's like I don't know if you guys did. You guys talk about you probably didn't. The new trailer for Ant-Man Quantumania that just dropped.
It looks cool, man. I saw it in 3D today, man.
I know it's not horror related, but that's a movie that I'm gonna go to IMAX 3D and I'm gonna get so fucking stoned before I walk in there. Oh my god! Like to this day, like when I saw the first Doctor Strange in theaters, I saw it in 3D IMAX at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I got fucking baked in the parking lot before I went there. I had like a fucking religious experience when he got like blasted by the Ancient One and like went through all that shit.
The hand came out like that, right?
I was like, I had tears. I was just like, oh my god, this is so good.
Steve, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I took a hit of acid. Something told me to take a hit of acid, and I'm glad I did.
That's a little much for me, but
I'll keep it
green.
Nah, you would have been fine.
It's another psychedelic movie.
Yeah, you would have been
Alright.
good, Steve. Trust me, in your comfort zone. I promise.
All right, trailer number 2. This is being billed as the most effective horror film since the Blair Witch Project,
Oh.
and that is The Outwaters.
It's usually a red flag.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big promise in the
I
beginning.
know. Tough talk. Tough talk.
4 travelers encounter a menacing phenomenon while camping in the remote stretch of the Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
This is billed as Phil. This is being billed as a sci-fi horror.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell a goddamn thing from this trailer. So y'all
Mojave
talk.
Desert down there by the Area 51-ish area. Maybe we're gonna get a little bit of sci-fi horror. Maybe we're gonna get a little bit of alien shit going on.
That could be cool.
Maybe.
I thought the trailer looked pretty sweet. I
dug it.
They
I
didn't
dug
give
the trailer.
much.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I felt like they gave me enough.
It definitely set a mood, for sure.
I see the similarities with Blair Witch. Looks like they go camping and possibly go camping and hiking in an area they're not supposed to, and they get lost. So there probably could be some losing time, walking around, not knowing where they are, and I just like that one quick little shot at the end of the lady. It would look like insects all over her, stuck in the little crevice of that canyon or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. And that flash, like the rapid fire quick shots of all the blood and shit everywhere. It's like, okay, well, something's going to go on in this.
And that's all I need.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
This is directed by Robbie Bendfitch, and he's also starring in it. So I don't recognize anybody else in the cast. So
got to have your low budget movies too, right? Every once in a while, you're going to get a gem.
Well, yeah, if you get a low budget movie making this much buzz with nobody in it, that's a good thing. That's green flag.
Yep.
So we got one red flag, one green flag. Flags offset.
Well, and from what the trailer showed, you only get a little bit of dialogue, but like the screaming and all the crying and all that shit sounded pretty genuine to me. So
yeah.
I believe this one comes out in March or April.
Is it a theater release or is it coming to VOD?
I think it's a theater release.
Okay.
So.
I mean, it piqued my interest.
And I know it's going to come to Screenbox after that. If anybody doesn't have Screenbox, I do recommend it. They got a lot of good stuff on there. And Screenbox is, I believe, cheaper than Shudder.
Well,
is it?
And Shudder's pretty damn
only
cheap.
$5.
No shit.
Oh, then Screenbox is only $5 too. So same price.
Same price.
And finally, I saved the best. The best for you, Lance, because I know you're a big Ari Aster fan. Beau is Afraid.
Yeah. Previously titled Disappointment Avenue, right?
I think so. A decade-spanning portrait of one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. Now you explain to me what the fuck is going on.
I don't know.
Not just with the synopsis, but with the trailer.
I don't know, man. But I'm in. I want to know. And you got the Joker in there. Yeah, this looks good, man. I mean, Ari Aster. I'll watch anything he makes. But yeah, it's got to be good. It looks very interesting. I don't know where they came up with all the bizarre what was that, like a fucking green screen and he had animation behind him toward the end there when he was walking. What was that all about?
I don't know.
You talked about it. That's acid.
Right. This is being billed as a comedy drama mystery.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
That man Joaquin's out there doing his best Christian Bale. He's going to hurt himself doing that weight fluctuation he's doing.
I know.
How do they fucking do that, man? Like, I've been working for years trying to lose 10 fucking pounds.
I know, right?
Matthew McConaughey still doesn't look right.
Oh, yeah. He never quite came back from that part, did he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about unpopular opinions a minute ago, and I loved Hereditary.
Yes.
And I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I did not like Midsommar.
Oh, dude. It was my favorite movie that year, man.
I didn't like it near as much as Hereditary.
Hereditary still sticks with me. Like there is some shit in Hereditary that you can't unsee. Like
King Paimon.
The ants. Oh my God,
right?
The ants. I was just like, oh God. Like that shit still sticks with you.
Right?
But when it happened, like when it was a very serious movie and that shit happened and you were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Or even Tony Collette with the fucking
Well, Steve, maybe you'll like this one then. Because if you like the first one, you didn't like the second, maybe you're an odd numbered Ari Aster film fan.
Yeah, I mean, I you know what it was with Midsommar? I think it was just hyped up too much for me. I was just expecting like some of it, and it was all right, but it was just like, oh, I don't know what the fuck everyone was talking about. Like, it ain't the second coming, you know? But again, unpopular opinion. So
I sort of felt the same.
Necessarily. Yeah, I mean, not everybody loved it.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but like haven't gone back and watched it again.
That Viking shit with the whatever they pull the lungs out of the back. What's that called?
Oh yeah,
the eagle or whatever.
The eagle, screaming eagle or whatever they call it.
The blood eagle.
Yeah,
blood eagle. Blood eagle.
That was fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I've seen it about 8 times at this point. So, yeah.
Did you ever watch the extended?
Yes,
version?
I saw it at the theater. Yep, I went and saw it at the theater. It didn't add that much for me. There was the one little scene where they threw the guy in the lake and they put rocks on him and shit. And then they went and pulled him out of the lake. And I'm like, are they trying to? It didn't add too much to me.
One of those things that got cut for a reason.
Yeah, I was more happy with
it didn't
version, frankly.
It didn't add anything. It was just kind of like they're just being fucked up to this guy for no reason explained.
Yep, good way to put it.
All right. Beau is Afraid in theaters April 21st.
All right.
Ought to be interesting. All right. Is that it for trailers?
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll move on to listener feedback. This week, the podcast spotlight shines on the Weird Girls Next Door, which did not sound good, as I said. Welcome to the Weird Girls Next Door, your place for all things dark and twisted. Join Jenna and Steph each Wednesday as they dive into a new topic ranging from true crime to the paranormal and any other morbid curiosity in between. Brian posted a link to download the show. Reviews that scare. Done.
Nice. Thanks for the download, guys.
Cocaine Bear and Evil Dead Rising are still duking it out for the top spot of most anticipated movie of 2023.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear looks fucking phenomenal.
I know.
Based on a true story, Steve.
Very loosely based.
Pretty so?
I don't think it's an
actual died of a heart attack like right away. I don't think there was any rampage involved. I think the bear's heart exploded 10 minutes after he.
I'd like to believe there was a rampage.
Yeah,
I like to too.
Well, even if there was, it certainly didn't involve the bear sniffing lines off of a severed leg. But you know what? I'm fucking here for that shit. Okay? I'm here for that and that crazy ass scene at the end where he like slow motion leaps at the ambulance. I'm like, okay, I'm fucking ready. Give me this.
Yes, looks awesome. Mark Reed did add the Winnie the Pooh blood. Yes, looking forward to that one too.
I kept thinking that movie had already come out. I kept looking for it everywhere.
I did for a little while. Yeah,
February 15th, and I probably should have threw the news. They're adding more release dates to it.
Well, I hope getting a lot of buzz. I mean, just because of the concept.
No pun intended, huh? With the bees. Never mind.
Yeah. How bad can it be?
That guy's got a lot of shit coming out with that Blood and Honey guy. He's got he's doing an evil Peter Pan one. I'm like, I'm all for that.
Oh, is it the same guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the same guy doing he wants to do a Bambi one, and then there's the Grinch one he's doing, the mean one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I heard he also wants to do a horror version take on Thor.
Oh,
okay.
Probably be better than Love and Thunder, so it's fine.
Has to be. I knew somebody was going to say that.
Well, that movie sucked, so.
Haven't seen it yet.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Yeah, maybe for a reason, right?
Just watch the scenes where the goats are screaming. That's the only.
Okay. All right.
Those goats.
Yeah, but you put that all in a compilation together, and it's like 20 minutes worth of shit. They beat that one until it was dead and brought it back to life.
Just shit the bed.
All right. Regarding digging up the marrow, Zim Vader says Adam Green is awesome, but for someone who has the potential to be absolutely brilliant, awesome is a failure.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
Let's see what we think about it. Adam Thomas says, I love Ray Weiss, but I honestly think the casting was such a well-known face in this faux doc that it hurt it. Yep. No one would think that it's real anyway, so why not lean into the what if factor? Mm-hmm. Also, Adam Green, not a great actor.
Come on.
Yeah.
Go a little easy on Adam Green. He's a director. Come on.
Oh, and you sent me something. Give me just a second, and I will pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got some more feedback.
So we got something from who sent it over?
Samantha Bean.
Samantha Bean did.
Yeah.
And she was talking about God damn it. Well, I've got the text message here. It was what was the movie?
I don't know. We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it here.
Oh, it was the Skinamarink. Yeah. Samantha Bean sent a little trailer of it over. Michael Green said, yeah, loved it, but the people I was watching it with didn't. Definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
Samantha says, honestly, it is the kind of horror that I'm most afraid of. I've read a lot of reviews and mixed reaction. I showed Jim the trailer and he was intrigued. We'll watch it and I'll give it a report, but I have zero expectations. For now, I'm terrified because I hate unknown dark places that have no answer.
Yeah. Is that what it is, Steve?
That's what you'll get out of the movie.
Okay. I can't help but think of the Elephant Show.
Hey, okay.
All right. And that's it. All of our intro and new logos come from our man Steve. Thank you, sir, from the Geekz.
No problem.
And be on the lookout for more great stuff from Steve, because he's awesome. Our original skull artwork comes from Natsulani's. Check her out on Instagram. And if you'd like to help us out, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. We'll let you pick the movies for a future show at any amount, and for $5 or more a month, also pick a commentary for a future bonus show. And everybody gets koozie eventually.
Yeah, once I finally mail them out. At least I've gone to the post office and picked up the envelopes. I just haven't filled out the addresses or taken them back yet, but you know.
And now it's time for our featured attractions. This week, it's Steve's picks as we cover Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, and Digging Up the Marrow, neither of which I've ever seen. So this was exciting.
Good thing.
So we'll start with Behind the Mask, 2006. The next great psycho horror slasher has given a documentary crew exclusive access to his life as he plans his reign of terror over the sleepy town of Glen Echo. Director is Scott Glosserman, also known for The Truth Below. Writers are Scott Glosserman and David J. Steve.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, not so much. At the beginning, Taylor is standing in front of the Red Rabbit pub. This is a reference to the Red Rabbit matchbook found by Dr. Loomis in Halloween. The first time Taylor interviews Eugene and his wife, a lament configuration puzzle box from Hellraiser. Oh, I got you.
Cool. Can
be seen sitting on the table. And when Leslie and the graduate students are scoping out potential victims at the school, he makes eye contact with a young woman. As this happens, 3 girls can be seen playing jump rope in the background. And this is a reference to A Nightmare on Elm Street. With the 1, 2, whatever it is that they do.
Yeah. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
That's the one. All right. Steve, you picked Behind the Mask. The Rise of Leslie Vernon. What'd you think about it?
So this is one of my favorites of like all time.
Right.
It's kind of like a subgenre. It's not necessarily found footage. It's like fake documentary found footage.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and it also
mockumentary.
And there's
this
not a
movie,
ton of
right?
No, there's really not. That's why I was like struggling to. That's why I fell on Digging Up the Marrow, which it definitely is not my favorite. But
right.
But it, again, fake documentary. And not only that, but this movie takes it a step further at one point and just becomes a movie, which is kind of cool. I loved all the Easter egg references. That Eugene guy is fucking great. Herschel from The Walking Dead. Come on, Lance.
Oh yeah,
rest in peace.
Of course.
He's so good, and like the way he's talking about, he's like Fred and Jay and Mike.
Right.
You know, like so awesome. There's just so many little cool things in there, sprinkled out. And Leslie Vernon is fucking fantastic.
Yes.
When he's doing like fucking like working out and he's doing cardio and he's just like complaining, he's like, you gotta fucking make it look like you're walking, and these guys are running their asses off, you know. And it's like talking about deprivation tank training so you can slow your heart rate and make it seem like you're dead and come back up for the last kill, like all this stuff. It was just candy. It was just fan service for like 2 hours, and I loved every second of it. And surprisingly, almost nobody has seen this. Like, I had the Geekz watch it in like our first year when we were still doing movie reviews during the show, and we were just doing picks, different random picks throughout the weeks. And I picked that one, and neither of those two guys saw it. They loved it, you know, and it's just one of those movies that I'd push if I find out nobody's seen it. So I love this movie. So it's awesome for me. Hero, but I know that's not the rating scale we use on this show. So
we can do it tonight.
I'll give a number when it's time, but
right.
I loved it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So I'm not sure who's taking it after me, but
Brian, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with Steve. This is a great movie. I love all the references. The actor that plays Leslie Vernon is perfect. I love all the cameos. Robert Englund, Zelda Rubinstein from Poltergeist pops in here.
Yeah. My wife walked in the room. She was like, "Oh my God, I thought she was dead."
Yeah, Robert Englund as like the Loomis character. So good.
Sure.
I think my favorite part of the movie is when he goes and they have dinner with I'm gonna call him Herschel because he's Herschel to me. Just that calm
barbecue.
Yeah, just that calm.
I want to know what's in those sausages, though, man.
Just them talking calmly about murdering people,
right?
Like it's just nothing, and the reaction to the grad students kind of just like looking at each other like, what the fuck's going on? And
their line of work, right? It's essentially just talking about work.
The wife, how great was she?
Yeah,
she was good. I think I've seen her in something else, too.
Former final girl that just ended up being with the killer.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I've seen this many times. This is a fantastic pick.
That scene where where Eugene is cutting the carrots and he's complaining about like just random.
Oh, and then you just hear the little rapid fire, like
yeah, and then it cuts back and it's all mush. You're like, holy shit, that man is dangerous with a knife.
Well, it's not like it was in his heyday in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, he was kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre era, you know. He's like, we would get in, do it, and get out. He's like, then Mike and Jay and Fred came in and they started adding all these fantastical elements and this and changed the game. And they so
changed
cool,
the game.
Man.
Had to embellish everything.
And not only that, Leslie Vernon's mask and his look is pretty good. Like it's not bad. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's better than Vince Vaughn's in the the movie where he trades places with the high school girl. That's for sure. The tiki mask. That's kind of cheesy.
Was that freaky or what was that?
Yeah, freaky.
Yeah, freaky or freaked. Was it freaky?
That was a good one. It was so awkward. It was like talking to that boy in the back seat. I was like, oh my
god. Lance, what'd you think about it?
Yeah, it was fun, man. I think that there was a lot of the humor in this, though. I mean, okay, yeah, what you guys are saying about the obvious shout outs that's right there on the nose, right? That's like the easy meat. You can tell that just by watching, like when they start at the beginning, And by the way, the young lady that played the reporter, she looked just like a chick from a 1970s horror movie, right? Like those low budget movies where you've got the real pale red-haired girl. I don't know. To me, she just looked like she literally walked right out of a 70s slasher movie for some reason.
I mean, we just brought it up. She kind of maybe favors Adrienne King from Friday the 13th.
I could see that. Absolutely, I could see that. But that part's awesome, right? Because they're literally, right on the nose, right? They're going to Haddonfield. They're going to the house on Elm Street. The neighbor's locking the door and said, we don't talk about that, and just like shutting them out and everything, and nobody wants anything to do with it.
They're closing the curtains.
Yeah, they're talking about everything, and it's a really cool little mockumentary. But what got me was when they kind of started getting into the more I don't know if you would sort of call it like I would refer to it as comedy that's sort of subliminal. Like unless you're really paying attention to it, you don't catch the joke so much. Like for example, when he said, okay, so you're going. No, the part that got me was when he said, okay, so you get the final girl, and she has to disappear into the area where she's reborn anew because she was a virgin. And then she just turns and looks at him and says, so you're pro-life. For some reason, that line and that joke just fucking hit me so hard. It was like, okay, now I know what we're watching here.
Well, he's talking about the womb and how you're innocent in the womb and all that stuff.
Yeah, they like way over-explain it. And I'm like, slasher movies are kind of intellectual. When you look at it this way, it's almost like an A24 description of a horror movie,
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this one, man. It's one of those that I've heard many people talk about. It's been on a lot of top lists on podcasts that I listen to. People love this movie. People are pretty nostalgic for it. I know there's certain friends of mine that'll watch it every single Halloween during their 30 days over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. Steve, I don't know if it's true, man. I'm just going off what I saw on IMDb, but it does say in the future there is going to be something called the letter B and then the numeral 4 and then TM. So is that supposed to be a prequel that's coming out? It's got the same people and same director.
Sending you guys a poster.
Okay.
One of the writers is doing a short film that's set in the universe, and I think they're trying to kickstart a sequel of some sorts with the short film.
There's so much opportunity here, right?
Wow.
I mean, this could go in so many directions, and you've still got plenty of characters that are still alive. The only thing that bothered me a little bit was at the end when you found out who the real final girl really was, right? Like the whole thing was set up perfectly and, choreographed by the killer from the beginning, and he knew who the final girl was going to be, and it wasn't the virgin they walked in on riding the cock.
She's supposed to be a virgin. He's like, she was bouncing on that dick like a pogo stick.
Yeah, like a pogo stick.
He said it clearly wasn't her first time.
Well, yeah, very clearly. Very clearly. Like I thought
she was fucking whipping the shirt around.
She was doing a reverse cowgirl, man. But no, the only thing that bothered me just a smidge was that they let the cameraman live, right? So if it was really the final girl, why did they let the cameraman live? But hey, that's cool. Save it for the sequel or the prequel or whatever. But yeah, I'm ready for it.
I thought it kind of switched views.
No, it was the cameraman got it. It was the skinny guy. But at that point, there was no camera. You just went into movie mode. There was
for some reason I thought it was the cameraman. You guys corrected me, but it was a dude that was involved in making the film, correct?
It's like
it was
like the producer or whatever.
But like when the cameraman got it, that was fucked. Like it got like Leslie Vernon's like this nice jovial guy, and then when he goes and kills the cameraman, he takes his mask off and he just has this blank fucking slate, and he snaps his neck and then puts his mask back on. You're like, God damn.
Yeah.
Took a turn. Leslie Vernon is not fucking around.
He's a professional. All right, work is work.
You saw him prepping the house. He's like, I nailed all these fucking windows shut, and I cut these branches. So if they jump out, it's gonna break. Like, God, he's a prepper.
Yeah, he is, man. We should have had 3 or 4 of these already.
They never seem to go through the windows on the first floor.
Right.
It's
I
always
love that line.
What would
That's
you do if
too
they
easy.
smashed the windows out? He's like, I don't know. You would think they would do
Yeah.
that, but they don't. They usually go up to the second
Yeah.
floor and do that.
And then loosening the axe handle on the axe that she's gonna
Beautiful.
grab, and this was a good one, man. But again, I'm a little disappointed that there's not more, because
Right.
I'd really love to be able to now go see like part 2, part 3, part 4. But I don't know, man. Maybe if we're patient, we'll get at least the Ghostbusters treatment. We'll get to see him as a geezer.
2006, was that 17 years? So like,
Yeah, it's been a while.
Shit.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hopefully the short film from the writers kind of kicks off something like a revival, because I know with the fans there's a fan base for it. Maybe this will spark interest in the studios.
they even had a poster for the Before the Mask, the one that Lance was talking about.
That's
that
the one
saw
I
out
want to
there.
see, man. That's the one I want to see. I hope it's real. I hope it's really coming.
Well, that's a sign of a good movie if it leaves you wanting more. And
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely wanted more after this one. I thought it was fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I was enthralled the whole way. I love the guy that played Leslie Vernon. I mean, everybody was pretty good in it. And like, I tried explaining this movie to my wife, and it doesn't really make sense if you're trying to explain it.
Yeah, you got to see it, huh?
I was like, yeah, you got to watch this movie. It's great. It had comedy, it had horror, it had everything. And then, yeah, they sort of seamlessly went from mockumentary to just straight up horror movie, and you're kind of rooting for the bad guy. They did a good job of that. Like
Right.
at the end credit scene where
Mhm.
it's like during the credits.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh
And I was
yeah,
like,
when he pops
he
back
had
up
to come
again.
back. He
Yeah,
had to
I knew it was coming, but you had to wait a long time. You had to keep watch all the credits, and that's the sign of a good filmmaker too, right? Because they actually make you sit and watch the credits.
What?
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, he's just laying there on the table, but you're like, come on.
I know.
Hey, I think
Waiting.
maybe Damien Leone got that idea for Art the Clown from the first
Oh,
Terrifier
I'm
movie,
sure
right?
he did.
Yeah, because that was straight out of it, man.
But yeah, I mean, I had heard of this movie in passing, but I've never watched it, and I'm so glad that I did. This is definitely going to be and this is a perfect Halloween movie because it goes over like Halloween rules and, famous bad guys, and it's perfect for it. I'm definitely watching this one every year. All right, scores. Steve, what do you think?
It's
a hero.
It's hard. Like our scale is like a 5-layer scale. So 10 is a little bit different.
Sure.
So God, I want to give it a 10 on 10, but there's I guess there could be a little. I'm gonna give it a 9 on 10. It's damn near
strong. That's strong.
Perfect. It's damn near perfect. Like I look at this and I don't know what really I would adjust out of this, except for, like you were saying, Lance, more like flesh it out. They were so close, to tapping into something that could have just gone forever, and so
Dude,
it's damn near perfect for me.
That scene when in the library when he's like hopping over the shelves and shit.
Oh yeah, right.
It's
like
so
superhuman strength and speed.
Fuck it. It's a hero for me. I'm not on here enough. 10 on 10 for me. I'm gonna just give it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
It is one of my favorite movies. So
I guess
Brian,
so.
what do you think?
It's can't argue. It's damn near perfect. I have no complaints about the movie. I do agree with Lance. I did end up wanting more, but I can't really have that as a complaint. So I'm gonna give this a 9.5.
Holy shit!
Woo!
Jesus fucking!
I don't think I've
Christ,
ever
dude.
seen. I don't think I've ever heard Brian give that score before. So
It's
Wow,
another
wow.
hero. It's a hero. Are we
So
gonna get a
glad.
superhero?
I don't know, Lance,
Shit.
are we?
Philip's gonna bring us down. Watch.
Well, all right.
Is that where we're thinking the
Yeah,
breakdown's coming
all right,
from?
We're gonna
I'll
see.
go first because we know how I'm gonna rate this. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 too.
Holy
I reserve the right
shit.
to go up.
Ow.
Dude, this movie was so much fun. It caught me. It
Yes.
hooked me at the beginning, and I stayed with it the entire way. Like,
Okay.
I was sort of playing on my phone for part of the time on the other movie, and then I watched this one after, and I fucking put that thing down, and I was stuck on the screen. It was so great. Yeah, and it's a movie I tried to explain to my wife afterward. So I'm gonna make her watch it with me.
Oh, she will.
Amazing.
I don't think she'll have a problem.
Real quick before you bring us down, Lance, the short film will star Nathan Bassell, who plays Leslie Vernon.
Oh fuck yeah!
There you go.
I like
there
that
we
guy.
go.
Well, I mean, you got to bring him back, right?
He's kind of. He reminds me of like a young Jim Carrey in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, very much. Especially when he puts the makeup on. That was my first thought. I was like,
With
man,
that sad
looks like Jim
face.
Carrey. Yeah. Lance?
Okay, so what's so cool about this movie is the way they do it so matter-of-factly, right? Like she's just doing yet another news story. It's like she's not even worried that he's going to kill her or kill anybody else on the crew or anything like that.
These killers are. This is a lived-in world. Freddy Krueger
It's
exists.
a lived-in world. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it kind of takes you into the universe, which is awesome.
And the fact that it's like a shared universe. They're like the Avengers of killers.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole lineup.
That's a good way to put it. That is a good way to put it. It's definitely a hero. There's no doubt. So it did just ding, 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 ding. We just hit superhero, right?
Perfect.
But I'll give it an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10 is a damn fucking great score, man.
That's a good
I loved
score.
it.
Especially
I loved it.
Yeah, I was about to say, Steve, from Lance, that's damn near a 10.
Yeah.
No, it's fun.
I know. I Lance gives out a lot of 3s and 4s. So
well, this will be our rewatch. So I'm hoping for Before the Mask and everything else. So 8 on 10, baby. It won that coveted superhero. Every one of us gave it a hero. So that's how that works, right?
I'm glad we probably should have done this one last then.
All right. Nah. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going.
All right.
Well, I'm glad. I'm really glad you guys all dug it. So
awesome. Highly recommend Behind the Mask. It's not super easy to find, but it's out there and worth paying a couple bucks to rent it.
No, I found it on AMC Plus, dude. Both these
Is
movies. Yep.
Oh, I found it by other means.
Both these movies were on AMC Plus, which I am paying for, and it comes with Shudder, and it also comes with Sundance Channel and IFC. So actually, you know what, guys? For my money, AMC Plus for like $8 a month is one of the best deals out there for me.
You get that plus Shudder, which is $5.
Yeah.
So that's
really
I
think it's a steal. So
I found
the
both
other
of these
movie
on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wherever you could find it, baby. But I will say this: the quality was really nice. I've noticed all the movies I've seen on AMC Plus have really good editing and great picture quality. So I'm happy with that.
There was one scene too we didn't really touch on, but it's like right when all the killing's about to get started, and they're all kind of hiding in that little back closet.
Oh yeah.
And the 2 kids come up and they start fucking on the bed, and he's you see Leslie, he's like hyping himself up. He's like.
Yeah.
Game time. Like, all right, go. And he runs out there, and you just hear the sounds of like people getting gutted and blood spraying everywhere. And the camera's just on the one girl, and they're just like, what the holy shit. Yeah. It's fucking real. Well, and then he just comes back in like nothing. He's like, all right, well, that went off. Like, on to the next. And he backs down. You're like, what the
fuck? And that goes back to what he said about, now don't you fucking get to this point where you say we've got to do something to help and stop this. Don't you fucking do it. Yeah, it's a good movie, man.
All right. So definitely go watch that one. Digging Up the Marrow, we'll see. It was from 2014. It is a documentary exploring a genre-based monster art. It takes an odd turn when the filmmakers are contacted by a man who claims he can prove that monsters are indeed real. Director and writer is Adam Green, also known for Hatchet and the TV show Holliston. The last appearance for Dave Brockie, the singer of the metal band Gwar. Brockie was a regular on Adam Green's TV show Holliston, as well as a close friend. There was a discussion of cutting Brockie's scene in which he prophetically declared, "I have been a monster, I will always be a monster, and after I'm dead, I'll be a dead monster." but it was ultimately decided that it would be a retained scene since it was the last footage of Rocky that was ever shot, and probably a fucking great quote from him.
Yeah, and Nez talked about that on his top list, man, when he was talking about the TV special This Is Gore. So yeah, so I'm glad we got to see Gore in concert, Philip.
Yeah. All right, Steve, you picked Digging Up the Marrow. Why'd you pick it?
So I picked Digging Up the Marrow because, again, it's a fake documentary style. Also, you guys are always talking about Texas Frightmare, horror conventions. Horror conventions are a big part of this movie. There's a huge chunk in the middle where they're at the horror convention. Hatchet, whether you love them or not, they are a staple in the slasher genre. Those are, there's 3 movies, I think. 3 Hatchet movies, not Hatchet.
Maybe 4.
Is there 4? Oh, Victor Crowley too.
1, 2, 3, and Victor Crowley, or was Victor Crowley the third one, Brian?
No, 1, 2, 3, Victor Crowley.
Yeah, Crowley. That was the one where they crashed the airplane in the swamp or whatever.
Yeah, he kills one of the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think You're right. So Adam Green has some stuff out there. I never saw the Hollister show or Hollister.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I want to. I know that has a crazy fan base where people get like actual tattoos of the Holliston logo and.
I don't even know what it is. So I got to look into that. Also, I'm a huge fan of practical effects. If CGI is done right, it's fine. But in horror, it's really tricky. One of the reasons why I like horror, especially old horror, as you can see behind me, I got freaking the Dream Warriors playing behind me. I always have some horror tape going on. I love practicals, old school, bare knuckle filmmaking. And when I saw the trailer for this, the monsters that they showed looked awesome. So, unfortunately, I think one of the downfalls of this movie is you don't get a whole lot of it.
I was going to say, what little bit you see.
Yeah. But, it does have some, Ray Wise is in this. He's been in all sorts of shit. So we do have some genre actors in there. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I mean, Adam Green, I'm not going to say he's like the next friggin' Daniel Day-Lewis or nothing, but I didn't think he did a terrible job.
He's not the next Stanley Kubrick, huh?
They threw a joke in there after he was filming one of his little segments. Somebody said, maybe we should have hired an actor to play you or something like that.
Oh, yeah. At least he's self-aware, right?
But again, I liked
like a cool guy though.
I liked it that they set it in the real world. They brought you in and all the shit was real, and the whole concept about monsters being real and what they ended up explaining that they were was pretty crazy. And Adam Green's wife is pretty hot, so that was a big plus too. Especially the end of the movie. So that's it. I dig it. I don't think it's nearly as good as Behind the Mask, but it is in the same subgenre of found footage. So there we are. So, Brian, what about you?
I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't expect the acting to knock it out the park, and like I said, they knew what they were doing with the little subtle joke about the acting. Ray Wise, I do understand the comment earlier about maybe hiring somebody that wasn't kind of a well-known actor to play the role, but he played that role really good because he seemed like a fucking whack job. Like you didn't know if he was telling the truth or what, and I thought he did a real well job on that. And
it could have been a much worse movie.
Yeah. I like the practical effects on the monster designs. I wish we got to see more of them. I wish we got to see more of the actual Marrow going in and stuff like that.
Sure.
I love the cameos from what was it? Mick Garris, Kane Hodder.
Sure. Lots of cameos, man.
What's his name? I'm blanking on his name.
Or as Nez would say, what's his nuts?
Yeah, what's his nuts?
Which he loves to say.
Same name as Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
The other directors.
Oh, yeah, the directors that were giving him the business at the convention.
Yeah.
The one guy was like, "What are you, stupid?" I was like, "God damn."
Yeah.
Oh, that was
right to his face.
Yeah,
that was a little harsh, but
Mick Garris was really good in that.
He's saying that shit in public because he can't do nothing about it. That's fucked up.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoy it, and yeah, I do appreciate his wife being in the movie because we had to get some Rob Zombie, Sherry Moon Zombie scene in there at the end with the shot of her in the bed.
Yeah,
I mean, close up, just right up in there.
He appreciates his wife, and I do too. So. But with that being said, it's not the greatest movie that I've seen from Adam Green. I do enjoy, from what I've seen from Adam Green, I love the Hatchet movies because they just have the most over-the-top, ridiculous kills in there.
Sure.
And another film that I really enjoy that I recommend is Frozen.
Yep.
That gets stuck in the ski lift. That's
all the wolves down there, and like, do we jump or do we stay in it? Yeah,
was it Iceman or his brother? They're twins. I'm not sure which one it is, but I was like, God damn, if he's Iceman in the X-Men movies, and then his first movie out of the gate is like, he's like, but can I just get away from snow and ice?
Yeah, snow for a little bit.
But like I said, I enjoyed it for what it was. I think if you're an Adam Green completist, check it out. But if you go your life without watching it, you'll be okay. I just think we should have seen more of the monsters in the Marrow.
Yeah. Great poster.
Yeah.
For it.
All right, Lance, what do you think?
So yeah, this movie really had me going. Like, I'm like, okay, this looks just as much fun as the Leslie Vernon movie, and it looks like he's gonna do just as good of a job. And we're really gonna oh man, this is feeling like a real documentary. And there for a minute, I'm like, I'm even kind of starting to believe, is this maybe some guy that he goes out and finds? And then the minute Ray Wise shows up, I'm out of it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You really had to get Ray fucking Wise. God damn it, Adam Green. What the fuck were you thinking? Just pick some random dork, crazy looking guy to play the part, and this would have been a masterpiece.
The homeless guy down the road.
for all we know, he did, and it just completely went south.
Maybe
it was like, I need somebody with a little bit of acting chops.
Yeah. You know what?
Ray Wise did have all of the weight to carry. Like, nobody else did anything in the movie, but
that was my point. It could have been way worse.
Okay, as you guys said, he knocked it out of the park from an acting perspective, but who doesn't know who Ray Wise is, for fucking crying out loud? That was just fucking stupid. No, that was just dumb.
I don't know. He was. I'm gonna name him. Yeah. Little Bigfoot.
Yeah, and that was funny, and ha ha.
How about
yeah, that's great.
You want to name him now?
Fucking umbrella. Yeah, I love that too. But god damn it, dude, this could have been so much better. I think if he had just gotten a no-name person and just played it through the way he started the first act of the movie, and if he kept it in that exact same vein. And you know what? The whole third act of the movie should have been lights popping and little monsters running across the screen. There shouldn't have been a grand total of 3 fucking monsters that we actually saw. Granted, the makeup was awesome, and that little thing that kind of looked like the ghost from Ghostbusters was amazing.
Oh, the little guy kind of looked like that little roly-poly dog from like the Dark Crystal.
That was great. That was great. And then the pumpkin head looking one was great, but we just didn't get enough of it. So
I like that one that had like the blue. It almost looked like a big blue balloon, and then it lifted its head. And it was like, holy shit!
That was great. Yeah,
that one was going haywire.
Yeah, it's just this movie should have known what it was going to be. It ended up, it was one thing, and then it turned into a regular movie with regular well-known stars, and good, but. It was no Leslie Vernon, guys. Sorry.
Nope. Understood.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. And I think it's a watchable movie. I didn't hate it. And yeah, when Ray Wise showed up,
okay.
It's not a name that I know, but he's that guy.
He's that guy. Yeah.
When you see him, you're like, oh, I've seen that guy in a bunch of shit.
Jeepers Creepers. He was the devil and Reaper.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And so, yeah, when he popped up, I was like, oh, I see what we're doing here. Yeah. Because I wasn't really sure what I was watching before that happened.
I know, and I love not knowing what I was watching.
Yeah.
That's what was fun.
But then as they went on, he did sort of carry the movie, and he threw a little comedy into it. I think that there was a couple of times where they're pulling like a Paranormal Activity kind of a thing where it's like,
yeah, with the
hey,
cameras.
this shit is happening right in front of your face. Well, do we
Sure.
still believe him? I don't know. Well, something
Yeah.
just took your shoe off your foot, and he's gonna.
Yeah,
go
that to me, see, that seemed to make it a little monotonous. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted more action. I wanted more to happen. I wanted them to go more into the Marrow, right? Than
If
just
they had
kinda
a
like
really big finale, like
Yeah.
you know,
like
we had
House of
kind
the
of
Devil, like House of the Devil.
if they got dragged into the Marrow and the camera was getting tossed around and they were
Yes.
picking it up and using it as a light source, so that's why you were seeing it. Like,
Oh, that would have been
if
great.
you got some tunnels and some crazy monsters fucking dipping in and out of little
Yep,
holes,
been
like
great.
that might have changed the whole outcome of this thing.
Yeah,
Couldn't
I
agree-
think it
couldn't agree
absolutely
more.
would have. Yeah.
Yep.
Although I did love the line during that scene when they were doing that, and he's like, he's got his arm down it, and he's like, "Oh my God, something's got me," and he's like, "You better not do that again." And he's like, "I wouldn't use the same gag twice." And he was like, "Have you
What
seen
about-
Hatchet 2?"
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
A lot of digs. I
Yeah.
also like, Adam Green when I love like the facial expression that he gives the camera when
Right.
Ray Wise starts popping off and saying some weird shit.
Yeah,
He always has some really good reaction shots.
He definitely has a lot of Office moments where he stares down the
Exactly,
camera
yeah.
and he's like,
break
"This
it
guy
down to
fucking
third
serious?" Very meta. It was an interesting movie. It's again, this mockumentary thing, especially the way that they did it, is not something that's done very, very much. And so I gotta commend the guy for taking a chance on something so fucking weird. And I appreciate that. I didn't hate the movie. It definitely was not as good as Behind the Mask. Behind the Mask was super entertaining the entire time. This one got a little slow at parts. It was they went a little too much into the "do we believe this guy or not" thing when they should have.
Yeah, they took like
I don't know how they
an hour of the movie.
Should have leaned more into the monster stuff.
After that first monster popped up, when they was like, she's like, "Turn on the light," and he turns on the light, and it's fucking right there, and it's like,
it was great.
Like, holy
and then
shit.
then 30 more minutes before anything else happened.
Yeah,
but it was 30 more minutes of them being like, "Well, what really happened? Do we believe him?"
I
Like,
know.
yo, you saw fucking.
Yeah, it was right there.
Yo, you have it on
Yeah,
video.
it's on tape.
It did lead to some good back and forth, like when he kept showing, like he was showing like Kane Hodder, and he was like, "Those are some great effects."
That was
Get 'em.
funny. Yeah, I loved it.
Well,
when Kane Hodder
and it makes
with-
sense from Kane Hodder,
Yeah.
but when they were arguing amongst themselves and both of the guys were standing there when it happened,
Didn't make any sense. did it?
Yeah, where did you film this? And he tells him, he's like, they make porn out there. You got any of that you want to show me?
Well, and it was also like weird when they explained what the monsters were. They're not necessarily monsters, just these otherworldly beings. They're just deformed children that go live in the woods.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
A little weird.
maybe, I don't know. That one had like tentacles and shit. That
So
was
was that the
chomping down on
explanation
bark.
for the chains in the one room?
That's what I was trying to
him
figure out.
talking about his son.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
and,
and
and then he was
that
out there
makes sense.
feeding.
That
He
makes
was out there.
sense.
They caught him on camera feeding
with a spoon.
something in
yeah.
the hole.
Yeah, but they didn't really go in. They didn't follow that story. They just sort of dropped that one and left it alone.
They
And
really could have. They really
Yeah.
could have done a lot more.
could have fleshed that one out a little more.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
movie is like got really good ideas. It's like ambitious, but it
Yeah,
just
There you go.
like the premise, the whole concept is phenomenal. It's just the
Mhm.
execution that doesn't quite nail it.
Got a little ADD.
Yeah.
Too many good ideas.
Not nearly enough of a budget. They needed a few
Yeah,
more
right.
shekels to throw at this thing to get some more good shit in there.
Right.
All right, scores. Steve.
So, if I was on my show, we'd be giving this a sidekick right down the middle. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
somewhere around there for this score. I'm gonna give it a 5. 5 on 10.
Aye. Okay.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not
Right.
good. It's just kind of right
Ah.
there in the middle.
That's what a 5 is.
Yeah, 5 sounds worse than it is. Brian.
I liked it more than I didn't like it. I appreciate what he did as far as practicals. It must have been maybe budgetary reasons. They couldn't really do as much as they wanted to. I agree with what Steve said earlier. They had more ambitious ideas than maybe they had time to flesh it out. It would have been better. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'll go next on this one because I'm right there with you. I think it's like this seems like a 3 on a 5, which is not a rating that we've ever used, but that's what I'm using.
Right.
So I'm gonna go 6.5 also. I think that's the perfect score for this movie. Awesome. It is kind of right in the middle. It's not bad, but it's not awesome. But I did like it more than I didn't like it. It was entertaining and interesting, and they tried something new, which I appreciate. Lance?
Yeah, I liked it more than I didn't. 6 on 10.
All right.
Hey,
Steve, you're the low man.
10.
I'm trying to not be like go crazy because I do have to apologize. The last time I was on the show, we were talking about Scream 5, and I think I gave it a 4. And I would like to rescind that because I've since watched it more than once. I've since watched it like 3 or 4 times, and I love that fucking movie.
I have too.
Oh, I changed my score.
I don't know what happened. Right, I think you know what it was. I was stuck in the fucking theater and I had to wear a mask the whole time, and there was some assholes next to me.
Oh no!
It was just like a bad experience, and I think I kind of took that with me.
Come to Texas, dude. We'll take it.
It's okay, Steve.
No mask in Texas.
It's okay, Steve. I mean, sometimes it happens. You know, Lance says Scream 3 is the best sequel out of the franchise. You know, stuff happens.
So anyway,
and that was the other thing. I was looking through the messages because I had sent Brian a message one day, like on the way to work. I was listening to your show, and I had to like text him right away. I was like, "What the fuck is Lance talking about? Spider-Man: No Way Home is awesome. What is he going off about?"
We know you'll be back for Scream 6, right?
100%, 100%.
Okay. Well, dude, thanks for joining us, man. Where can all of our listeners find the Geekz, and what do y'all have coming up?
We don't really have. We have some more releases to do for the 12 Days of Christmas. We had to take a little hiatus on those because Lil went back to Chicago for the holidays, and so we almost took like a month off because it was just too hard to get everybody together and during the holidays. So we have a few more movies to release there. We're going to be releasing Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
Oh, God.
And Violent Night, which I haven't seen the Robot Santa movie just yet, but Violent Night's fucking amazing.
Isn't it great? I love that movie.
It's so good. David Harbour, man. Fucking great. I just want more Viking shit. Like, give me more. But not until some new movies come out do we really have anything, no big events going on.
All right. Well, you got the devil conspiracy. Y'all can talk about that.
maybe. I'm probably not gonna get
maybe you can figure out what the fuck is going on in it.
It's possible. But you can find us anywhere podcast or streaming. Just look up the Geekz and we're there. Don't get confused. Facebook won't let us change the name of our page, so it still says the Geekz.
Okay.
So it's all confusing and shitty, but that's kind of what our show is. We're definitely not doing it for the money. We're all older married guys, and we don't go out. We don't go to bars. This is how we hang out. So this is what we do.
Same here, man.
Well, welcome
just
to the
hanging
club.
out. We're just here to have fun.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you guys at home are also, and we want to certainly thank you all for listening to another episode of The Horror Returns. You can find us at www.thehorrorreturns.com or email us at thehorrorreturns@gmail.com. Follow us on all the socials. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and everywhere else. If you like what you hear, please rate us and review us. Next week, we are going to be joined by a very special guest, Alex, a.k.a. Johnny Moreno. Did I get that pronunciation correct, Brian?
Yeah, it sounds like it, but I don't
Close
think
enough?
he goes by that. I don't think he goes by that anymore.
Okay. All right, we'll just say Alex and Sarah then. And leave it
there you go.
How about that from the binge casts. And we're going to talk about Alone, as well as this is what I'm excited about, the brand new Missing. That looks fucking really fun. Really good. You're not.
I was on board, and then what is the actress Storm Reeves? She put out some kind of
the young one or older one?
Yeah,
she put out some kind of. It's supposed to be promotion for the movie. She put it out on like Twitter or something. It's her on her looking on the phone, looking. If anybody's seen my mom, please help. And it just
that's cheesy.
Really,
that sounds cheesy. Okay, well,
I mean, I understand
we'll
utilizing social media because that's part of the movie, but just
of course,
it looked like her manager called her and was like, "We need you to do this right now," and she did it.
Well, Steve, thanks for joining us, Steve. And until the horror returns again.
Oh, me? Good night.
Yeah. There you go.
Go Cowboys.
All right, guys. What movie should I go watch?